Okay.
All right, Lauren.
All right. So are we starting with the Boston College lacrosse? Or are we starting with your shoes? Or like, where do you want to go?
You don't have to start
What is on
me.
your shirt? What is
on my
that?
shirt?
Yeah.
This is, I think it's like eggs, and they're all like cracking upwards, and there's a little hand holding a flower. Isn't it weird?
Is there something on the back?
Yeah, there's like a whole print on the back as well, which I can't tell you what it is.
Oh, those are flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, and then like a really ghostly, scary man
There's like a person on there?
face.
I know,
Yeah, there is. You didn't know.
No, honestly, no.
See, I'm seeing mushrooms, and then I'm seeing between there, I'm seeing faces.
It looks like also like trees too, but I think it's hands because there's 5. So I think it's hands coming out of an egg, holding up another egg with a hand coming, and then eventually one holds a flower. I have no idea what this means, but I thought it looked cool, so I bought it.
Do you know who Terrence McKenna is?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, so I think he's dead now. Mm-hmm. He's like an old guy. But he had this idea that like, because there was this extreme shift, if you look at evolution, like of the human into like consciousness, that mushrooms had a big place in it. You know, that like,
I believe it, yeah.
Like one day, like a monkey, like ate a mushroom.
Like a psychedelic mushroom, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's kind of what it looks like.
It's the moment of evolution.
It's like a hierarchy of, well, like the development of the prefrontal cortex, basically. Yeah.
Have you ever done mushrooms?
Yes. Not in a very long time, but yeah, I have. Have you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
A few times.
Tell me everything.
Okay. My first time, I'll tell you about my first time, and then you have to tell me about your first time. I was in high school, and I had like half
No. Like freshman in high school or like senior in high school?
Oh, I think I was a junior. Yeah.
So you were like 15, 16?
Or a sophomore. I can't remember. We were in my friend's basement. His name was
Ew, you were in a basement?
Yeah,
you
because I was like a 16-year-old boy. Like, yeah. Like, where else do you hang out? Your friend's basement. It's pretty gross, too.
Like that 70s show, you're just
kind of, except it was grosser. Like, that wasn't a gross basement. Like, this was like...
So there's like mold and you're eating fungi.
Yeah, I guess. I ate like half of an eighth. I split it with someone else. And then I started kind of to trip after like a couple hours.
Okay, no. We have to scroll back a little bit. Okay, so you just crunched them down. There was no like making a tea. There was no mixing them up with peanut butter.
I think I did the peanut butter thing.
You did the peanut butter thing?
Yeah.
Did you eat the caps or the stems or both?
I did both. So it wasn't like a big dose.
So it was like a handful.
Yeah. Like, you're supposed to like really trip off an eighth. So this was like half. It was my first time. It was like, if I want more, then I think there was more too. And I was just like, I'll just eat more if like I need it. And we were just with like a few people. And I felt like lightheaded all of a sudden when I was standing up. And I heard like rushing water. And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to pass out. And so I sat down and started doing like deep breathing. And then my trip stopped and it was over. And this was like an hour and a half or 2 hours in.
Okay, let's scroll back. Show me your deep breathing. I was like,
just like trying to calm myself. Because my heart was beating really fast. So I was like, I need to calm down.
Your heart was beating fast. What was like the stimuli around you that was making your heart beat fast?
Nothing stressful was going on. It was just, I think it was the mushrooms themselves because we were all just kind of hanging out and chilling. I can't remember.
And they were
exactly
actual mushrooms, right? Like you weren't taking like psilocin in a capsule. You were like eating actual mushrooms, like grown from cow poop.
Yeah. So what was yours like?
Okay, so my relationship with psilocin is like neuroactive compound that creates the neurochemical response, basically.
The serotonin or whatever.
Well, that's part of it. It's more of like a neurochemical jumble, like more of a symphony than a solo. But yeah, no, my first experience with psychedelics was actually with LSD. I think I was like 13 or 14.
That's pretty young.
Yeah. And I was going to a sleepover at my friend's house. And then my friend was like, close your eyes and stick out your tongue.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so messed up. That's actually like a heinous way like that you had your first psychedelic experience.
And it was like this tiny little piece of paper. Like imagine a stamp, like the size of a stamp.
I've seen them before.
And then cut it into into quarters.
Yeah.
It was like a quarter of a stamp. And I was expecting it to be like Pop Rocks. I was expecting it to be like some kind of candy.
Tastes like nothing though, right? Like,
yeah.
It tastes like paper. Bleh. Gross.
No, I don't even know. It just dissolved. And then I started feeling really weird.
Yeah.
And then, and that was an interesting experience. But it made my back hurt.
Really?
Yeah. And I've heard that in the 90s, like when I took it, I guess there was a lot of strychnine in LSD. I don't like things that come out of labs.
Yeah.
But then I found mushrooms in this band called Fish. Have you ever heard of them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I used to eat mushrooms and go see Fish shows. I mean, not all the time, but when I did, I really felt like with lights and music, you can change the world.
Yeah.
And I still feel that way.
Music can definitely change the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is something.
It's the most powerful form of expression, I think.
Well, there's
I'm
something.
biased because I own a studio, but
No, there's something vibrational. So even if, which is so strange because, I'm sure you know Beethoven, right?
Yeah.
So he went deaf before he wrote his Ninth Symphony, but it's like you can write things and feel things, but you can feel vibrational energy, even if you can't hear it in a traditional sense. There's also a singer, I think she's from Australia. I forget her name. So she's never been able to hear. Really? Ever. But she has this really beautiful voice. But she can hear in her vocal cords, or she can feel the vibration. So she knows that she's hit the right note at the right time.
That's
so
insane.
She learned. I know, she's amazing. You want to look her up right now.
What's her name?
Don't you? I can't remember. I think she's from Australia. But if you Google it, it's like, just look up deaf.
Deaf woman from Australia that can sing.
Yeah, no, but not just sing. It's like sing beautifully. Like it's amazing. And for her to have never heard these tones before, like in the way that you hear tones and I hear tones.
Yeah.
It's like amazing to me. So yeah, I really think vibration, I think, has a lot to do with basically everything that we do. Like people talk like colloquially about, that's such a difficult word, colloquially. About like vibes and like good vibes and bad vibes, but it actually is a thing. Like vibrations, like not only at a quantum level or at like atomic level or like a micro level, like a systems level or at a macro level, like it really is like vibrations. They're just, they're kind of like what I like to think of as, how do I say this? how energy expresses itself. So there's always a dispersion of energy.
Yeah.
So you can feel that energy in the sense of vibration because it's just energy dispersing, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is getting boring. So talk about something else.
So what else? What were some other crazy things you did when you were a kid? I guess if you did acid for your first time at 13, then I'm assuming you probably have a lot of other crazy stories too.
Yeah. Well, no, I was like a really good kid. Like I always followed the rules and did everything right. It's just that I was in school with people who were much older than I was because my parents put me into school very young. So I was always a lot younger than the people that I was in school with.
Yeah.
So for them, like I was 13 and they were like, 16. So that's
How many grades did you skip?
It wasn't like that. What happened was, so my father was a surgeon when we were in California. And then when we moved back to New York, they just didn't know what to do with me. And one of his friends from med school, his wife was sorry, I'm picking at my lip.
It's okay.
She was like a child developmental specialist or something like that at Cornell. And I was like 18 months old and my parents were like, we don't know what to do with her. Like I was like arguing, like debating with them. Like I wasn't even 2. And she was like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You need to get this kid into school. And because my father had been a surgeon at the hospital in which I was born, they just changed my birth date so they could get me into school early.
That's crazy.
Well, because this was back in the 80s, like late 80s, like it
so
was.
You could get away with that.
You get away with. You can't get away with that shit.
that's like fraud, I'm pretty sure. But
yeah, and then in my school they had, and so not only had I gotten into school like very very young, because my parents lied about my age, but then they had this thing in the elementary school that I went to where they had a 4 or 5 grade. So it was like the really, like the kids who were very advanced in the 4th grade and the kids who were very slow in the 5th grade, they just mashed them all together.
Oh, that's messed up.
And then, but if you were one of the advanced 4th graders, then you could skip 5th grade.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I only skipped 1 grade, but I also got put into school a couple years earlier than I probably should have been. Yeah, so that was difficult. Just always feeling out of step, out of time, as REM would say.
My grandpa also skipped grades.
Yeah.
And I think he like graduated high school at 16.
Yeah, I was a freshman in college when I was 16.
Yeah. And so my mom always said that, and like my grandpa was like kind of awkward. He's really smart.
Yeah.
Obviously, just get a couple grades, but my mom thinks that like he got kind of like socially stunted from skipping grades.
Well, I just never could really figure anything out, and I feel like nobody could ever figure me out.
Yeah.
You know?
There is like an age. It is interesting how like we all kind of develop like uniformly. Like you can have like a homeschooled kid that's gonna have the same kind of behavioral changes at like 12 that like a kid at school is. Like it's biological, you know? It's
okay, so
not just nurture.
So do you want to hear about my first boyfriend?
Sure.
Okay. So you have to remember, I'm so much younger than everyone else. And I go into high school.
This doesn't sound good.
Yeah, and I was a freshman. So, but I'm much younger than like most of the freshmen. Yeah. And then I meet
You're like
this
12,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I meet the senior.
No. That's not good. I don't like where this is going.
No, but he was so good to me. And he was like, so the thing was, so back then it was like, I don't know how old you are, but when I was growing up, it was like you could do this thing where you like if you were a boy, you could like pinch a girl's, backside.